What's up, guys? Back with another one. I'm Ryan, my man George.
What's poppin', guys? How you living?
Lost in Vegas, coming back to another unbiased real reaction.
Yes. Shout out to our free thinkers.
Free thinking gang. Free thinking gang.
So,
yeah, man.
Mr. John Adams.
Yeah, man.
We received your letter that you mailed us, man. Thank you so much.
That was awesome, by the way, man.
Thank you, man.
Taking the time to do that shows mad love, man.
What?
So we really want to reciprocate that back to you.
Salute, my man.
Yes.
And we got the mixtape.
Yeah.
You got a CD player?
Yeah, I know.
Trying to think, do I got a CD player in my car? I'm gonna read the letter really quickly, guys. So John Adams was so gracious enough to send us a letter here. He says, "Greetings, gentlemen. I hope this note finds you in an extreme free-thinking frame of mind." Yes, it does, sir.
Yes, it does.
I am a 61-year-old die-hard metalhead and a subscriber since 50K. Thank you so much, sir.
Shout
we appreciate that. And he said, "I will confess up front that my musical tastes are very narrow."
He said, very. The capitalized very.
I only listen to metal. I do not do any social media, and only a limited number of postings in the comment section of the videos. He's like, "So your mailing address is a chance for me to share this with you." And what I believe, obviously, to be some of the best metal ever recorded. This is a very, very small sampling of what's out there and what I listen to every day. But these are some of my favorites. So he put Metal Church, Beyond the Black, Metal Church, Black Sabbath, Die Young,
Yep.
Merciful Fate, King Diamond, The Uninvited Guest, Camelot, Knights of Arabia, Exciter, Mistress of Evil,
Rush,
Circumstances, Candlemass, Mirror Mirror, Judas Priest, Beyond the Realms of Death, Annihilator, Alice in Hell, Iced Earth, Depths of Hell, Halloween, Phantoms of Death, Iron Savior, Atlantis Falling, Last Horizon, Cry of a Restless Soul. And he said, "You have reacted to some great older metal and some real lame new metal." Shots fired. Shots fired. My belief is that a lot of your viewers were not exposed to 80s metal music, so they think the only thing out there is all this new metal. Hands down, the 80s was the golden age of metal, and I believe that this list captures the spirit of that era. Please give a listen, and if some of it makes it on your channel, that would be very special. I hope you enjoy hearing it as much as I did putting it together. Thanks for the great work. Remember, this was made loud to be played loud.
Made loud to be played loud.
Sincerely, John Adams. Thank you, John.
Yeah, that was super
This
cool,
was
man.
mad cool, dude.
Yeah, and thanks for taking the time to do it. Yeah, I mean, because
thank you.
That takes time to do that, and we really appreciate you reaching out to us, guys. So
okay,
thank you so much, and
we're gonna check this out, bro.
Yes,
we definitely gonna check this out.
Definitely gonna check that out.
All right. So today we got the Ramones, Poison Heart. I believe Ramones is punk rock, and we haven't really touched punk rock yet.
I don't think so.
Right? So I think we're due for punk rock. I believe we've heard Blitzkrieg Bop before from them, and we've heard I Want to Be Sedated. I want to be sedated. I think if you've watched any 80s movie, you've heard Ramones. You know, at least a few songs from them. So we're familiar with them to some degree.
Especially that, hey, oh, let's go. I think everyone knows that.
Yeah. But we haven't heard Poison Heart, and we got a decent amount of requests for Poison Heart. Not a whole bunch, but it's a deep enough cut, I think, for us to be comfortable with knowing that we haven't heard it. So let's get into it. We're gonna do Ramones. Hopefully, don't get in the ass.
Right.
Let's get into it. We're gonna do Ramones, Poison Heart.
Voice sounds like somebody to me. Like Elvis a little bit? What do you think?
Yeah.
Elvis a little bit? What do you think?
Yeah.
That's what it kind of reminded me of, you know? Kind of like, that type of shit, you know what I mean? Yeah, so.
A little bit.
So that threw me off a little bit when I heard that, you know? So, I'm not gonna lie. You know, you probably saw me smile a little bit like, I don't know if that's not grabbing me right out the gate. Yeah. The voice, you know? So, but the groove, I like the tempo of the groove
is great.
so far.
Groove is great.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it going. And I don't know if I like this song because I know I've heard this sound before, and this sound is just a familiar sound, or if I like this song because it's good.
Gotcha.
So I like the way it sounds, but I think it's more because
it sounds like a lot of other music that I've heard. Yeah,
right. And they were, to their credit, like one of the pioneers to punk rock, to the sound, right? I'm assuming, right? Because I believe a whole bunch of people in the comments said this. So that's something that we have to take into consideration when we're looking at this.
Right.
Because if I wanted to be critical about my man's voice, Brian had said, not necessarily the most skilled.
That's what it sounds like, right? I'm nailing it. You know I'm nailing it, right? I'm nailing it. No, but I'm not clowning, no, man. The moral of the story is, to get back to your point, though, is the voice, to me, that was totally caught me off guard.
Yeah.
When I heard that, I was like, that didn't even really, I didn't think that really went with the groove of the song.
Yeah.
To me.
He has sort of a quirky, zany type of voice to me. You know what I mean? It's just really, it's kind of odd. But what you have to factor in, I have what I call the pioneer credit.
Yeah, that's true.
People get the pioneer pass.
Yep.
Now, not all pioneers had this amazing transcendent talent. And not saying that these guys aren't necessarily talented, but vocally, he gets a pass because they seem to have created a sound, right? They created this avenue for people to be able to do their thing. Maybe for someone who may be a little bit more skilled vocally and a little more skilled in terms of musicianship, to come in and really take it to the next level. But you have to give it to the people who started it, right?
Absolutely.
So you can't be as critical.
Yeah,
you know?
You're right.
But I do like the groove. It's a nice, to me it feels happy.
Yeah.
In contrast to the lyrics.
Yep.
What you saying?
Poison Heart. Yeah.
It has sort of a happy bop to it, a happy groove. In my opinion. But the lyrics
talking about like
I just want to walk out of this road
like jaded and just
right. But anyways, let's get back to it.
Friends with the hopeless, torn up man. He just kind of smiles, he really shakes me up. Try to forget yesterday.
There's a danger on every corner, but I'm okay walking down the street trying to forget yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. So kind of a depressing, the lyrics are kind of depressing.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? But it's kind of has a happy, like, ding 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 ding, mid-tempo type of groove to it, you know?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it is happy. It is happy. Yeah.
Right? It's just like very fucking...
You got people clapping it back?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna jump off a bridge.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
It's like, why are you like clapping and
Can we like slow down the tempo and make it more melancholy? No, it's very like jovial and shit.
Yeah,
And a poet's gut reaction is to sit his hair so much damn confusion before my eyes.
that's what that makes me want to do.
Right out of this world. Playlist?
No, not at all. I think at this point, I'm everybody has
a little repetitive.
Yeah, a poison heart. You know, it's just like okay. Hey, it's not bad though. It's not bad. But go ahead,
My bad. Shout out to Core Water. Apparently, this is becoming a thing.
It's catching on, huh?
A thing on Twitter. I like how we stumble on this shit. Everyone's tweeting this on Twitter, like I'm like drinking Core Water now. Because of you guys. I'm like, that's hilarious. Like how we just stumble on this shit like that.
And I originally just got that because it was on sale. It was like $2 for $3 or something. I was like, well, I'll just try it.
It got me on the packaging. I just think the shit looks cool.
Looks cool.
It looks cool. I was like, that shit look like it's special.
Yeah,
they got this off a glacier in Antarctica.
Yeah.
But anyways, man, so we got sidetracked a little bit. Doing like Core Water advertisements and shit. You didn't make it's not making your playlist.
Nah, man. I just think it's a little repetitive. I mean, as you heard that chorus for like this is the 4th time now or something like that. I love instruments. I love the way the guitar sounds. So that needs to grab me. If that grabs me, I start to say, I don't give a shit what they talking about. This shit is fire. You know what I mean? And then it kind of reels me back in. But if I'm starting to really hone in on what they're talking about, to me, it's not grabbing me as much as something else would. For me. Yeah. I don't know about George, but for me, I don't know.
I think I'm a victim of... See, I really like when we're really truly blind about bands. Like, this isn't like, we don't know a lot about the Ramones, but I feel like I know enough for my true, like, 100% pure opinion to be a little bit biased. You know, because I know that they're a band that, of course, is a big deal, right?
Yep.
And I know that they're a band that sort of pioneered the punk rock sound.
Yep.
Right? One of those bands.
Absolutely.
And I know that this sounds familiar. It comes from, I believe, I'm sure I've seen this in movies. So there's sort of a bit of nostalgia attached to it as well, and there's a nostalgia attached to the sound overall. So I think that that's sort of getting in my way of saying, you know, I'm like, I like it, but do I like it because it's good, or do I like it because it brings me back to a time, and because these guys are pioneers, and because
Yeah.
So I like when we don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? We just go into a reaction and nothing. I know nothing about this band.
Right.
It's very difficult with these iconic bands, right? That these pioneer bands. I will say this though, my gut is telling me, you know, from a technical standpoint, yeah,
it's alright.
It's just okay.
Yeah.
You know, not something that's gonna make my playlist. But I do like. But if it came on at a party, I could see myself having a good time to it.
Yep.
Because almost like if we did like an '80s party, we could do that. We could do a Lost in Vegas '80s throwback party.
That would be hot.
You know what I'm saying? Play
That'd
something
be
like
cool.
that. Even though I know these guys are '70s, but still '80s, '70s throwback party. And this came on, I feel like I would have an amazing time.
Yep.
To it, if that makes any sense. All right, let's get back to it.
Cause everybody has a poison heart.
You know what this?
A poison heart. A poison heart. A poison heart. A poison heart.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
It's like the record skip, right?
Yeah. It's a lot.
Poison. Poison.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I get it though. Bottom line is this. I felt happy listening to this song. It's not a happy song lyrically, but I felt happy and it took me back to a time, a nostalgic time. And maybe it's just because it was in movies. You know, maybe there's a certain level of familiarity there with the movies that I've seen in the past. There's obviously some of the history that I know about this band. Like I said in the video, like I said earlier on, it's just we know that these guys are pioneers. We know that they created a sound that inspired generations. So it's tough knowing that.
That's true.
Tough knowing that. Tough overcoming the nostalgia for me to just get too critical with it and say. Because if I did get critical, I could say I don't like him. I don't like his voice. I think his voice is Yeah, I could really get into some of the specifics, but I just at the end of the day, I like it. I like it, and I think this came around a time from what metalheads have said here and rockheads as well have told us in the comment section. Punk rock came, and I could be completely wrong, guys, but punk rock came around because. I guess they said metal at a certain point got over the top. There were a few bands that maybe were a little bit over the top with their music. Okay. And punk rock came back
to restore order.
Back to the basics, right? Back to the basics. The hard, simple riffs.
Yeah.
You know, the feeling in the music. So it was a very important sort of genre, I guess, that arose at an important time. I'm thinking that's why punk rock. Give us some feedback on that.
Absolutely.
Educate us. But I think that's so knowing all of that is my point in saying this. Knowing all of that helps me appreciate this song a little bit more.
Absolutely. Almost be blasphemy to say that it's not great. You know, because they're one of the pioneers. So I get it. In a sound that obviously transcended the culture. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I get it. But with all that being said, I thought it was a little redundant. You know what I mean? But that's other than that, you know what I mean? I think it was a good song. Yeah, man. Shout out to the Ramones. Shout out to everybody that requested the Ramones. We're definitely gonna be doing more punk rock. Yeah, man. So be on the lookout for that. And that's it. That's the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Las Vegas, George, Ryan. We out. What's up, guys? Back with another one. My man George. I'm Ryan. I said that backwards, huh? I guess it's not wrong. It still worked out. They're gonna wait for demo. Something seems off.